When I was young, I always asked myself the question, how do I make it? And my background certainly was neither a wealthy one nor a knowledgeable one when it comes to economics. I grew up in I would say, left-wing social environment. Ironically, with the same left-wing ideas we had then and we still have, we're now considered to be conservatives with the identical ideas. So the landscape has changed quite a bit. So I would say a left wing 30 years ago is certainly not comparable to a left wing today. I started without knowledge. My assumption of being an entrepreneur, and I always wanted to be one, although I had no clue how to do this and what this actually means. I had this idea that everybody who has money is probably corrupt and abuses other people. My idea was that if somebody else works for me, I'm essentially abusing that person because that person is doing the work that I could be doing. Until somebody told me, says, hey, Arm, you've got a brain. Your brain tells your hand what to do. Is the brain abusing the hand? No. Could the hand think for itself what to do? No. And I thought, what an arrogant way to put it. But the older I got and the more extensively hard work I put into my companies, the more I understood I'm not in much company, to put it that way. Not a lot of people did that. The majority of people around me decided to go party on a weekend, watch TV at night, and their main interest was not to follow their passion and grow a business. Their main interest was to enjoy life. For me, enjoying life meant to grow a business. So I put in the work. I had the desperation. There were times where I had no money whatsoever. And I was desperate whether or not I was ever going to make it. And then I learned, oh, I put in so much work. I'm not the norm. There are a lot of people who put in a lot of work. But in comparison to how many people there are, there's a good bunch of people who are simply not willing to take the risk that you were willing to take. It doesn't mean these people are bad or lazy. They just have different ideas of life. Now, is it fair then if you hire somebody and give that person who has decided not to take the risks, not to put in the effort, to pay them a fixed wage, which is exactly what they want? And you make profit because you took the risk, or you take the risk. You are taking the risk on a very daily basis, because no matter how good or bad the business is going, you're still paying a fixed wage. That is a tremendous risk. So, to my young self, remember that you are the one who is taking the risk. You are the one who's working pretty much every hour that you're not asleep, because you enjoy it. But other people don't enjoy it. Other people enjoy having a fixed income. You took the risk of not having a fixed income, of what if I end up broke? And this is still very much possible, even today. So if you have people employed, don't think that you are abusing them. Treat them as well as you can, with dignity, respect. Pay them as much as you can. Don't pay minimum wage. If you can pay more than minimum wage, do it. A lot more, that's fine. Make sure you supply them everything they need. Treat them with as much respect as you would like to be treated yourself. But do not feel guilty that you are abusing somebody. You're not. Because that person or these people are looking for security and fixed income, which you are able to provide because you took a lot of risk. And you're still taking a lot of risk. Is it fair then that you are making more profit? Oh yes, it is. So to my young self, it's okay. Put in the work, hire people, pay them what they want to be paid. But never back down when somebody tells you, Hey, you're just letting other people work for you. Yes. Because I paid him well. You paid him well. And that's exactly what you want. If you want to be your own boss, go ahead and take your own risk.